Hi folks, I'm the newstarcadefan here. In the last episode, we talked to Olivia, and we finally are starting to get close to Katsu, who kept everything closed up from us for this long. So you grew up in the foster home, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, I did. Sophie told you, didn't she? Kinda, yeah. She tends to blab a lot of my personal things quite often. It can be a bit frustrating, honestly. Are you ashamed of being brought up in the foster home? Of course not. It's not like I just signed up and volunteered for it after all. I can tell the subject wasn't a pleasant one for her. She started no, she stared off in the distance, watching more mist drifting in. But I did wonder a lot, like, why was I left off? When I was finally old enough, they told me. My foster family, that is. What did they tell you? Apparently, my family was kidnapped by pirates, taken out to sea, never to be seen again. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, pirates used to be much more common thing on the open waters back when I was younger. But times has changed pretty quick. They cracked down on them. Back when pirates pillaged and stole people for slaves to trade and sell and exploit. And they didn't go on fantastical adventures like we do. She winked at the last phrase because she still had a bit of levity into her situation even after all of that. So what did you do? For like the government, you never really went to that. I believe I told you enough that night at the bar. There wasn't much more to it than that. I just found myself into a position where I found a lot of unsavory information. I got exiled for knowing too much. Right, but well, why did you decide to become a bounty hunter on the seas then? Why not escape by land? Or like, I don't know, it seemed like you painted a pretty big target on your back by just going out in the open waters. Once again, she was dead silent. More mist washed over us until we can barely see each other, as close as we were at the moment. It was a fool's hope, I suppose. What do you mean? He never answered. I assumed she was focused heavily on the destination ahead of us. I tried to do the same. I had a feeling I knew what she was talking about. I had done something similar after all. We're close. Already? It's barely been a day. Well, we're pretty dang close. Back at that old port town. This ship goes faster than your average sailboat after all. Fair point, but now what? Oh crap, hold on to something. I found myself being thrust into the side as Katsu suddenly swung the ship's wheel, barely avoiding a large iceberg directly in front of us. This is gonna get hectic. Keep your wits about you, everyone. With those words came another sudden turn of the wheel, followed by me hanging and hitting the side of the ship's railing. I gripped onto it as we tossed I gripped onto it as we tossed this way and that, sailing around a narrow labyrinth of glaciers. Are we still going the right way? Do you really need to ask that right now? She grunted. Yeah, she grunted as she focused again, twisting the wheel this way, and as splashes and creaks were heard from the waters below, ice just barely scraping up across the hull of the ship. It's the best lead at this point, so just. Uh-oh. With that, we came to a slow halt, the ship barely crashing into a thin layer of ice sheet ahead of us and whitened the the entire surface. We rested there for a moment, catching our breath as we slowly stood there to see what was out there in front of us. The answer was ice. A white layer of ice and frost with a thick layer of mist or fog to complete the total barren, frozen wasteland. We're here. Lovely little vacation spot. If I had known how to pack my ice skates. Quit mouthing off and get down here. Watch your step too. We don't know how solid the surface is quite yet. With that, we're stepping off of the ship once more. I tentatively press my foot down against the surface right next to it, slowly applying pressure until I was sure I can take my weight. Yeah, you don't want to be in a thin ice situation. Alright, I think we're good. I stepped away cautiously, trying my best not to slip all over the place. The ice had a light layer of frost or snow or something across it, keeping me from slipping and falling on my butt. Or worse, slipping and breaking right for the surface and into the icy waters beneath it. Sheesh, it's freezing out here. Huh? You're just realizing that now, Olivia? Hey, when you're down in a hot steaming boiler room like I am, you never know what the temperature is like on the outside. Huh, I suppose you have a point. Let's all keep up now. Wait, what's that you're holding, Olivia? It's not nothing. Get going, Miyoko. Olivia shuffled something behind her back and continued her movement forward along with the rest of us. How much farther is it ahead to Koryu? Not much further. Unlike the Funakusu, this island is completely flat. No mountain or forest to get through. Just biting cold, eh? Yes, that seems to be our only obstacle at this point, really. Yeah, you know, no gigantic man-eating Venus's flytraps or anything like that. Or caves with riddles. Or angry phoenixes who just don't, who are sick and tired of having their babies taken. Just hang in there, alright? With that, we all went silent, hanging our own bodies as we pushed ourselves through the curtain of fog ahead of us. The further we moved ahead, the harsher the wind grew. It whipped across our bodies, feeling like frozen spears or sickles across our faces, or any exposed flesh for that matter. I can only imagine how cold Sophie was wearing what she was wearing. If we didn't die of hypothermia out here, it would be a miracle. Ah, there. Katsu pointed up ahead of us. I lifted my head from the ground and saw it. A dark shadow looming ahead of us. It seemed huge and stoic and intimidating. This is gonna be a fun one, isn't it? Please quit talking like that, Daiki. It's a pain in the butt to listen to. Logistics and cold dialogue aside, we made our slow approach to the mysterious figure ahead of us. As soon as it was in view, I could make out what the beast truly was. Are you serious right now? Another giant woman with animal features? What did you expect? I don't know, kinda weird how we haven't bumped into any, male mythical creatures. You've only been here a week. I'm sorry I can't go out and show you the whole blasted ecosystem. Yeah, she's correct. That's not something you should be concerned about right now. Who goes there? That shut us all up. We slowly moved our heads to look up toward the source of the voice. And here we go. One very angry dragon. Sure enough, it was the Koryu. Yes, she is one angry dragon. Well, yeah, you'd be angry too if you had to live in this kind of frigid cold. Despite her looks, her voice was deep and gravelly, but with the tint of seductive feminine charm that just got tired of trying over the years. You keep your mouth shut. She whispered over to me and nudged me to the side as she stepped over towards the Koryu. Hello there, miss. We're just on a pass through and I doubt that immensely human. The Koryu turned its whole body facing more towards Katsu and slightly leaning down to get a better look at her. You. You seem familiar. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Of course it is. I haven't seen a human in over 300 years. Back before my kind was sought out and killed for sport. Oh boy. This is exactly like the Finnakusu, or fear. Oh. Yes, well, I'm very sorry that's No, you're not. Don't you lie to me, human. I can hear it in your voice. I need no more lies from such a despicable race such as your own. Once this once that can't hunt an entire species to its own extinction. I'm not the one who I understand that too, but if you're not a hunter like so many before you, then why come all the way here? Except to finish the job? With those words, Koryu outstretched its wings and flapped with a mighty roar, sending a deep gust of wind across all of us. And I'm gonna end it here. In the next episode, we're gonna have to deal with one pretty damned angry dragon, don't you know? Anyway, I'm the new Starcade fan here saying thanks for watching, have a good day or night wherever you are, and bye for now. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share because it helps the channel out a lot.